Hey guys, welcome to yvrREMOshow number 3. I'm Elliot Tan, this is Alex McFadyen, and we're on location in beautiful Gastown right now. Today we're going to talk about how to buy a home with less than 5% down, and what questions to ask at an open house. Now, I've been getting a lot of people asking me and being curious that they can't buy a home with less than 5% down. Alex, what do you think about that?
Well, I got a lot of people who ask the same questions. And a couple of years ago, the government restricted the mortgage rules in lending. And they got rid of the 100% financing, but there still is an option available for people who have less than 5% down. So you can actually, or I have access actually, to a couple of different lenders who can offer that product to you.
Yeah, that sounds great. I know a lot of people would rather put money into their own home rather than paying someone else's mortgage.
Yeah, so true, Elliot. So here are the basics of how it works. First of all, you borrow your down payment from a source such as a line of credit, a personal loan, or a credit card. That loan payment will be used in qualifying you. You should have at least 1.5% of the purchase price in savings, but in some cases can borrow this as well. Now, most lenders will look for a good credit rating, and last but not least, this program is usually reserved for first-time home buyers.
Wow, that sounds pretty straightforward.
It really is, and although it's not for everybody, it's a really good option for a lot of people to get into their first homes. So now that you got your financing in order, Elliot, can you give us some tips on looking at open houses?
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's a couple key questions you might want to ask to find out a little bit more about that property. One good question to ask is what repairs or upgrades have been done, or what repairs or upgrades need to be done in the future. This is particularly important when you're buying into a condo or a townhouse because you're buying into that whole building. If, for example, it needs to be rain screened, you'll be living in a construction zone and paying a ton of money.
And no one likes living in a construction zone.
Another question to ask are, what are the bylaw restrictions in the building if you're buying a townhouse or a condo? Are pets allowed? If so, how many, and are there size limits to it? Are there rental restrictions? And any other restrictions, such as age limit. Even if you don't have a pet, having a lot of restrictions could affect the resale value of your property in the future. If you do have a dog or cat, make sure you're able to bring your furry little friend with you. And the last question to ask is, why are they selling and how long has it been on the market? This will give you a good understanding of the seller's motivation. If it's been on the market for a long time, it gives you a good indication that the property is overpriced, but on the other hand, it could show that they're getting pretty desperate and there's room to negotiate.
So to sum it all up, you can still buy a house with less than 5% down and make sure to do your due diligence when doing house hunting. Thanks again for watching yvrREMOshow and have a great day.